What did Natalie say?
She said nothing till she was on the boat, and then she was like, "Hey, what's going on? You're not coming with me?" Or I don't know. She wasn't panicking or anything. And then when I was on the boat and the boat went away, I still heard like, yeah, like what's going on. I think she was pretty drunk. That's what the main thing was.
But she didn't struggle with this guy to go to the boat?
Mm-mm.
Didn't you think that was odd?
No, because I said we were going to go on a boat.
You told her that?
Mm-hmm. That was my story, to go to the beach there, that we were going to go on a boat.
What did the guy give you?
He gave me a bag of money.
$10,000?
It wasn't even 10,000. It was less. That's why I was saying.
How much short?
A couple hundred short. Probably took it for himself. I don't know.
When was the first time you told your father? You told your father this story, right?
Not everything. No, it's not. We don't talk about it. No, we don't talk about it actually.
Did it ever come up with your father? Because in that chip, he talks about. He says it's a bad thing to sell somebody. So your father knew about it before the conversation on the chip you gave us.
Yeah.
When was the first time you told him?
A long time after that we were arrested. A while.
Well, in the conversation you and I had on the phone, you told me that you told your father that Natalie Holloway's family showed up the next day, and that they're making a big fuss, and so that your father took you to a lawyer, and that what you told me on the phone is that you told your lawyer and your father at that point.
No, I lied to all of them.
You lied, but did you? So you lied to me when you told me that?
I don't remember telling you that. Actually.
Well, I mean, because I tell you, because that was important. That's an important element of it. Is is what did they know at that time?
At that time, they didn't know anything. It's a little later that I told them.
During our interview, Joran took off his microphone and threatened to end the interview. Finally, Joran sat back down and continued to tell his story. All right, Joran, we've taken a bit of a break. Now we're back. So let me pick up, let me hit some blunt topics. You told me in conversations that was paid some money. There was another police officer with him who was also paid? Who was that? 2
police officers. It was and what's can't think of him right now.
When were they paid off and for what?
They were paid off in the summer for not saying anything, because they found out they found out the story.
When you say the story, what was the story they found out?
I think they got onto, they found out that she was taken to Venezuela.
Who paid them?
My father.
Do you know how much he paid them?
Not exactly, no.
What do you understand it was the range that he paid them?
50,000.
Each or to split?
I don't know.
Who was the first person you told about selling Natalie?
The first person I told? The first person I told was my lawyer, I think.
And that was before you went?
No, the first person I told was a teacher of mine, and then the lawyer.
The teacher is?
Yeah, the teacher is was a teacher from school.
What's his name?
Yeah, was a teacher from school that I had as teacher.
What did he tell you to do?
To tell the truth.
Okay, and what was his name?
I can't think of it right now.
You know it? You do know it?
I can't think of it right now.
Is it the teacher who was there when you and I did the interview back in March of '06?
Yeah.
When did you tell him in relation to Natalie's disappearance?
I told him a couple days after at school, I think.
Does Joe Tacopina know about the slave?
No.
Doesn't know a thing about it? Never told him?
No.
So the only lawyer who knows is Antonio, Carlo. No other lawyer. And your father and the teacher. Does your mother know?
No.
Do you have any contact with Deepak and Satish? What kind of contact?
I've emailed back and forth with him a couple times, called once.
When did you call?
Also, I think 3 months ago.
And what was the conversation?
It was about they had a lawsuit going, and that's really the only thing we talk about.
And is there any, why is the lawsuit of interest to you?
Yeah, it's they said that if they won the lawsuit, that they would give me $1 million.
And is that Deepak saying that or Satish?
It's Deepak. I got it on paper too.
Deepak wrote it? Or
Yeah.
email?
No, I got it just computer, just like it's typed up.
Do you know if his lawyer knows?
Yeah, for sure.
What does it say on the paper? What's the deal?
It's that as long as I don't share anything that I know about the both of them with any money, and if they win their lawsuit, I'll get $1 million.
Did that come from the lawyer or did that come from Deepak?
Both of them.
Both the lawyer and Deepak?
Yeah, it's an official paper.
Will you show us a copy of it?
Mm-hmm.
We tried repeatedly to get a response from Deepak and Satish Kalpo, but they would not speak with us. And what you just heard Joran tell us is disturbing, that he sold Natalie Holloway to a man on a beach. Now, Joran has changed his story many times in the past. And after this interview, he contacted us to say he was lying. We still do not know. Maybe some of it's true, some is a lie. So we are investigating this latest version of events, and you will see what we have uncovered during this hour. And coming up, Joran says he told his father he sold Natalie Holloway. What does Paulus Vandersloot say? Jim Hammer goes down to Aruba and confronts Joran's father. What happened? You will see the video. Plus, what could turn out to be a key piece of evidence. Joran says there is a recording of a conversation between him and his father that could be evidence of his story. You will hear that tape for the very first time.